Welcome to the Make Me Whole podcast, where we explore what it means to just live better. I'm your host, Joset Rosado, a proud Latina and licensed therapist, bringing that unique perspective to the conversation. So whether you're looking to deepen your relationships, improve your mental health, or simply just find more joy, this is where you need to be. Hey everybody, welcome back. So glad you're here for today's episode. If you've been following me long enough, you know that I'm all about going deeper and deeper into our mental wellness and honestly keeping it real. Today's topic is no different than that. We're going to talk about those sneaky mind tricks called cognitive biases and how they truly mess with our heads. And don't worry, we're not just talking about the issues or uncovering different things. We're also going to arm ourselves with some solutions that you can try. So let's do this. Imagine your mind as a puzzle, and cognitive biases are those annoying pieces that just don't fit. They're like mental shortcuts we take, and they affect how we see the world. So what can you do? I think beginning by being curious about your thoughts and questioning why you think what you think is a good place to start. Let's get real about our emotions. They're like a ride at an amusement park, and cognitive biases are those unexpected twists and turns. Sound like something you've been through before? Our work here is to navigate the ups and downs. For example, if you wanted to manage using the two sides of the coin approach, whenever you might feel strongly about something, take a moment to consider the opposite viewpoint. It's like putting on new glasses to see the world in a whole different light. Our thoughts, we all know our thoughts shape our reality. They're like road signs guiding our actions, but cognitive biases can make them very misleading. Ever found yourself overthinking everything that's wrong? That's the negativity bias. To manage that, bring in the reality check. When you catch yourself assuming something, ask for evidence that supports it or refutes it. It's like being your own detective, investigating the truth behind your thoughts. Spotting your own biases is like a mental treasure hunt. Here's a tip. When you're making a decision, write down the reasons for and against it. This simple act is going to help you see if you're being swayed by a particular bias. And guess what? You're not just making decisions, you're making informed decisions. All right, so let's get practical. Just like I've shared my stories, let me share these practical tips. Journaling is something I always encourage my clients to do. It's like having a heart-to-heart with yourself. So jot down your thoughts and spot the biases. Seeking different viewpoints, that's like adding flavors to your mental health menu. And don't forget mindfulness, taking those times of quiet within yourself. It's like a gym for your mind, building strength against those biases. All right, pause and take a breath, friends. We're not just passengers in our minds, we're the architects of any kinds of changes we want to see. When you catch yourself in a negative thought, flip it around and reframe it in a positive or a neutral way. It's like giving your mind a fresh coat of paint, brightening up your mental space. What do they say? Growth is a journey, not a destination. And these cognitive biases, they're just part of the landscape. When judgmental sidelines pop up, counter them with that self-love shield. Don't let those judgmental sidelines get to you. Remind yourself of your strengths and accomplishments, and let those self-doubts bounce right off you. We got to embrace our quirks and keep growing because we are that masterpiece in progress. Okay, if you've been tuning in and wondering if this kind of journey speaks to you, pause for a minute. Listen to your gut. You know the answer. Embracing truth begins with untangling the web of biases in your own thoughts. Managing cognitive biases is like decluttering your mental closet. You're making space for authentic thoughts, ones that belong to you. And you know what? Your truth is truly valuable. Thank you so much for listening to our episode today. I'd really love to hear from you, so reach out and send us an email at joset@mmwpodcast.net. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Make Me Whole Podcast. Remember, complain less and do more, and I'll see you on the next one.